Warning, the puzzle I'm about to share with you is highly addictive, but also highly frustrating. So much so that yesterday my 5 and 7-year-olds made these cards for me as I was doing the puzzle. Dear Dad, we know you're having a hard time with your puzzle, so we wanted to make you happy because we love you. That's pretty sweet. And the puzzle is pretty cool too. So what you got to do, you just need a pen and paper, and all you need is a grid, any size square grid. So we'll start with a 3x3. If you're using a 3x3 grid, you get the numbers 1 through to 9 to use once each, if you want. You get 16 numbers if you're in a 4x4 grid, 25 numbers if you're in a 5x5 grid, and so on. This game works a bit like a crossword and scores like Scrabble. So what you've got to do is create factor chains. So for example, if I made a factor chain of say 1, 3, and 9, that is a valid factor chain because all of the numbers are factors of the highest one in the chain, and they're also factors or multiples of each other. So an invalid factor chain would be something like 2, 3, 6, which I did multiple times yesterday and got very frustrated myself. That's not valid because 2 and 3 aren't factors or multiples of one another. They're all factors of 6, so that works. And to change this, if we put a 6 in the middle and made it like that, that would become a valid chain. So for example, we might put that in here, 2, 6, 3, and so that's going to score us 11 points, that chain there. Then we might put a 9 over the 3, and then we might put a 1 down here to make the link a bit longer. That's worth 12 points currently. And maybe it's better here though, because now we're going to get the 6 and the 1 and the 9 and the 1. So we're going to get 10 points there, we're going to get 12 points that way, and 7 points here. And I think we could whack a 4 down the bottom there, and then actually we'd be better off whacking down an 8. So we put the 8 down, we got 10 there, and then we've got to add up our total score. So that doesn't score because it's by itself. So we get nothing there, and then we get 31, 32, 33, 50 points. So that's a decent score. You colour in these spaces that you don't use. So any numbers that are adjacent to one another need to be factors or multiples of the number they're adjacent to. Now my high score for this one is 53, 157 for a 4x4 and 356 for a 5x5. If you manage to beat any of those scores, there are some lightning multiplication cards up for grabs for you. If you do beat any of my scores, email andrew@thinksquare.com.au with your solutions and I'll send a prize. I haven't even dived into the 6x6 through 10x10 grids because these were frustrating enough and took so much time, but you're welcome to do that and send me some solutions if you find them. Now, to make this activity a bit more low floor and high ceiling, it's already wonderful for teaching factors and multiples, and then also a whole bunch of addition strategies to find your totals. But I've got this star rating system that I've got on this document you can upload, thinksquare.com.au/crossfactor. You can get that, and then it'll give kids thresholds to achieve certain star ratings, and that will invite participation from students no matter what their ability. Enjoy the game and don't torture your kids like I did.